My clan is Fist of the Unicorns, or commonly known as FOTUS. My rank to the public is First Counselor.
Rank is Imperator, name is Ghost, and the name of the clan is Phoenix Air.
So I am General Eson 56. I am one of the co-generals for the Soldiers Retribution.
I am Operating Kaiser. I'm the founder and leader of the United National Military Combat Force.
My name is Venom Symbiotis, that's my gamer tag, and I am one of the leaders of a group called Project Ronin that has been around for about 6 years, which is roughly the same time that I've been involved in clans.
My rank is that of Commander. The name of our clan is the Avery Johnson Initiative.
My name is Jakaris. I'm the Blooded King of Hythus and the Hythus Empire.
With contributions to the clan, I usually make sure that activities are continuously flowing. We make sure that there is a zero tolerance for toxicity going around in our clan. So we really regulate the kind of behavior that can continue or has to be snipped right in the butt right from the beginning. And as far as the community goes, usually we try our best to help out all the clans who we know are being done wrong and being picked on by some of the more toxic groups.
So contributing to the clan, to my clan, pretty much I'm just mainly there teaching them as they learn pretty much how to take over things, how to lead, how to actually certain skills within the 4v4s, BTBs, and in the future raids once it forges pretty much implemented into Halo Infinite. For the clan community, I mainly only associate myself with certain clans that are pretty much, really just cool or chill to talk to, or for those that don't mind talking.
For a while, we were doing scrims with just any clan that we would be in contact with. We did a lot with the Unmcf. We did a lot with what were their names? UIR. I can't remember the full name. But basically, what we would do is just do 8v8s and 4v4s and try to create activity. The majority of our time with any of those crews we spent trying to sharpen skills. A lot of the games that we set and played, we did with the intent of taking either newer players or older players and refining their skill from like Halo 5 to Infinite, kind of working out the rougher edges of that skill change.
How I contribute to the clan community is involving the UNMCF in clan community activities. So keeping up with diplomacy, interacting with other clans, doing things like friendly, competitive 4v4s, 12v12s, raids, things of that nature.
So how I contribute to my clan is ensuring that my clan is operationally sound, ready to go. Basically making sure that the NCOs and officers are doing their job. Also, keeping it a cohesive environment. As a leader, you kind of have to micromanage a little bit. So it's kind of what I do for my clan. Also morale and whatnot. For the clan community, I currently run the Hythus Empire, which the Hythus Empire's sole purpose is to create more military clans. At least that was the original purpose. Right now, it's kind of being used as a military coalition to kind of prevent the degradation of the military clan community.
Well, one of the first things that I think is important to any clan leader is making sure that they listen to their members, because, you know, if you're not really trying to make decisions or, institute things without the members in mind, I feel like that can create a bit of a division between how you run things and then how your members want things to be ran. And, that can be a bit of an issue sometimes for longevity.
So in SOR, we have multiple positions, and that allows us as a leadership to divide and conquer responsibilities. So, for instance, my responsibilities in SOR is that I'm the Forge Director, I am the Discord admin, and I'm also the head of foreign affairs. So I take up the role of being the main communicator towards the rest of the community while also handling the internal affairs as well, which is a pretty unique position.
I would say my favorite thing about being a clan leader is, I guess, bringing people together. A lot of friendships have been created through my clan. People that have never, met outside of the clan, join the clan, and then meet, and then they have, a friendship for 5+ years. We have members that meet up constantly that weren't friends before joining Hythus, and now they're meeting up constantly and hanging out.
Things I like being about a clan leader. So I've been a clan leader in the Halo clan community for a really long time. Things I'd say I like the most about it are being an influencer, being able to rally a abundance of people to achieve a common goal, right? And the tedious steps it would take in order to achieve that desired end state, I would say.
Personally, I like the idea of just being able to communicate with other people in the clan community that I've worked alongside. Old members from clans that I was in the past, new members, new clan leaders that I've encountered. Being able to interact with them and kind of get a new sense of what we should prioritize when that comes to like gameplay or strategy, what skills we should really be tackling, and the sense of having a small community that you've kind of built around yourself to really just play Halo in general. Really just like-minded people that want to get better and have fun and be as competitive as they can.
Probably just having the ability to meet new clans and helping people out who are joining into mine, just to meet new people. Everyone has their own interest when they want to join a clan. Some people, they're bored, they're looking for people to hang out with. Some people are veterans and they want, another group to join and see how it's like for that. Everyone has their own, reason for joining a group, and I just enjoy meeting new people, helping people out, and just, growing.
The people, honestly. It's the people that come to my clan, which makes this easier and better, better experience every day. The amount of learning that they do, the amount of people that actually, want to learn, want to get better, want to, see what more, we can do within this Halo community is the type of people that pretty much helps me out with becoming a clan leader.
Well, the immediate one is you find like-minded players that they'll join you in plenty of stuff. I met a bunch of, for example, my partner in the leadership of the clan, he and I met 8 years ago on Halo 4 and have been playing nonstop ever since. You with the clan community, you tend to find those individuals that you relate with more than you would in other games. Like, you don't stumble across people on Call of Duty that you play years and years with. Like I've never experienced that in anything other than Halo.
I gotta say, I really love being able to make new friends in the group, and mostly to be able to build such a large family with everyone. And one of the best things that I've gotten to see over the years was to be able to actually watch some of the members grow up. I remember there was one member who was, I think, 6 or 7 when they first joined our clan. This was back in like 2006, I want to say. And now he's in his 20s or so, and it's like, wow, you know. And he's still with us today.
So I think one of the biggest benefits would be meeting new people. You know, I've honestly had a lot of the friends that I've had on Xbox, I wouldn't have been able to have otherwise if I wasn't in a clan. So I'm very grateful for that. And you know, for those who are competitive and like to compete against other players, I think that would be another appeal.
Benefits, I will say pretty much. I would mainly only really be able to speak about my clan on this one, but it also goes to other clans as well with certain information. So general benefits would pretty much be like having a group of people that's pretty much always on, being able to actually build friendships, you know, having people that can possibly back you up in many situations, IRL included, you know, having connections and stuff like that. Um, Also help building a better mentality as well, you know, being able to learn from others, seeing what's out there, learning about stuff you probably never thought about.
Benefits of joining a Halo clan right off the rip, in my opinion, would be one, the community, right? You're gonna surround yourself in an environment with other people that want the same outcome in whatever you're doing. So either if that's being an absurdly lethal 4v4 team, being a part of a really well cohesive and effective BTB team, raid team, whatever, and or if you just like to play the game casually and have that sense of community and camaraderie with other people in your clan, faction, or group, whatever you may be. Also, there's the whole realm of being able to be successful socially, right, and learn a lot of unique things that maybe some people don't necessarily have that type of fortitude to sustain, like how to be a leader, how to influence others, right, how to be a critical thinker, be a problem solver. You know, I would say the learning opportunities and some of the adrenaline rushing experiences are all key benefits of being a part of a Halo clan.
At the end of the day, joining a Halo clan, you're always going to be able to find friends and people who are like-minded like yourself. Clans, at the end of the day, are supposed to provide a fun, unique atmosphere to your favorite game. So the benefit of joining a Halo clan is that you're going to be fighting people who think like you and who want to play the same game as you, and you're going to also be immersed in that military aspect, UNSC aspect, or Covenant aspect. The Halo clan community has so many options and avenues for whatever you're looking for, and I think that's really one of the major benefits from other clans from other games.
The benefits of joining a Halo clan is, one, connections, right? You make friends, a lot of friends, especially if it's a, decently established Halo clan. The connections can last a lifetime. We have members that have been with us for a decade now. So you also kind of get to see a bit more culture. It's a different type of gaming community. It's not like anything else in any other game that I've ever seen. You can try to find it in games like Arma and whatnot, but you'll never find something that's like a Halo clan. There's just a lot to the clan community, the Halo clan community, if that makes sense.
So the Halo Clan community to me is it's a really special place because one thing I like the most about the Halo Clan community is the diversity, right? There's clans that are based off of so many different things, um, who conduct themselves accordingly to however they may associate themselves. You have the military clan community, the competitive community, other social communities. You have a lot of roleplay communities like UNSC, Covenant based, Banish based, Real World military based, or just like entirely unique made up factions. Um, and I think that kind of diversity and creativity is what makes a community a really great place. Also, just the ability to interact with so many other people in the community, um, contributing to activity in the community, are all pretty great things. But I would say the reason why it's so important to me is when I grew up leading Halo clans. It's helped me personally, within my life, learn a lot of. I've learned a pretty wide variety of leadership skills, how to interact with different people, how to deal with certain situations. Either if someone is having like a rough time, how to mentor them, give them the proper guidance and resources on how to get better or better themselves, or how to lead a team. If a team is in a pinch, how to lead them and coach them through a scenario in order to win, overcome obstacles, things like that.
The clan community is a one that continues to evolve constantly. And being in it when I was a teenager, and now leading a clan now in my early 20s, you can definitely see the progression and evolution of the community. And I think that's one of my most favorite things, is the evolution and to see how each organization and each person in the community changes and grows over time.
I'd say the Halo Clan community means quite a bit to me. It's a social construct. You'll meet a ton of people in the Halo Clan community of all different backgrounds. To me, it's an extension of my childhood, and it's a way for me to help people kind of improve their lives, even if it's in a small way. So I guess that's what it means to me.
Recently, it used to be the spot that I would go to, like the people that I would want to talk to the most after work or school growing up. That community was, while they were ultimately very assertive and aggressive with where they put themselves, they were also more of the active player base of the game, in my opinion. It really was one of my favorite pastimes, was just getting on and hopping from one clan to another, or finding that niche that I really fit in with these clans. And it was just kind of like I don't know, it was very unique.
For me, it just is a network of different groups of different, I guess, aspirations in a sense. So everyone kind of has their own like prerogative of what they want in a clan. Some people, they like the roleplay aspect. Some people like the competitive aspect. Others the casual bit. And and everyone's just like, having a good time. And I just enjoy the community aspect of people just meeting everyone and just having a good time.
Well, clans are made to go to war. Depending on what type of clan you choose to run as a leader, depends on you. If you want to just go to war, then you just have those type of people. But for me, clans are more about family and doing things together and getting stuff pretty much done. Yeah, there's hard times, there's stress times, but it's about working together to get through them and actually, accomplishing what we need to accomplish.
I gotta say that one is actually kind of tough. And the reason I say that is because what it used to mean to me was an escape, a place where I knew that I could feel welcome, a bunch of people that really loved competitions, customs, and being able to prove who was best, but still having fun with everything you did. And I really can't say that about it today. You do have, unfortunately, some toxic groups out there. But overall, I would say I still aim to keep what I know the community could be or in my heart, what it was, and try to hold on to that memory, because I know one day it will be back to being that way.
I would define a Halo clan as a group of people who have a common goal, who are uniformed when necessary, and have a cohesive environment.
That's a good question, because I've been in a bunch that have very different kind of tasks. There's the heavy roleplay communities that are very into like the lore of Halo and really want to make their own kind of identity behind that. There's the people that are incredibly competitive and they just want to be the best in, a group of clans. There's, the people that are really into the custom games scene and they really love like, Infection or Django or like Fat Kid back in H3. There was a lot of that creativity in those groups, and then you have the Forge clans that were specifically dedicated to just building the next best map, the most detailed maps, the most fun and innovative maps. They had an eye for that detail, and I think really the best way to define it is how you define yourself. The people you surround yourself with are typically what define you as a person, and the same could be said for Halo clans.
Just a set organization of people, all with similar goals and interests, who unify themselves and compete with other factions and groups in the community.
A Halo clan, by definition, to a lot of people is competition, really dominating the scene. But to me, it's so much more than that. It's about the family you create. It's about being there for other people. When you have new members coming into your group and you really get to know the members, it's a special connection you gain with those members. You are there for them. You give them advice when they need advice, and you become a big part of their world as much as they become a part of your world. And so being a clan, this definitely has to do with the connections we make along the way.
I would assume. Okay, so if I was to describe a Halo clan in like a general sense, it's basically like a group of people that share the similar interests with the better at the game, or just to get their name out there.
A Halo clan is a group of members who are trying to find an escape from their day-to-day lives. They're trying to find friends who want to play the same game as them, who want to be a part of something bigger and they can't find it in their own lives. They want to be a part of a group of people who they can rely on and who they can play with when they're having their darkest days.
Honestly, being more open to various groups of people. Because, for one, we do have clans that like and pick and choose who they will allow to be part of their clan, or only go for people that do not have much experience or that doesn't have much knowledge of the game and stuff like that. So it kind of, keeps a lot of people uninterested, as well as people talking a lot of, like, I would say, harsh commentary to people that had never been in a clan.
The toxicity, for one, needs to, die down a good amount. There's a lot of toxicity in this community, and not a lot of content at the moment. And that's not just Halo's fault. The community can come up with a lot more. I've seen the community do so much more with so much less. The beginning of Halo 5, for example, clans were still thriving without Forge and custom browser and everything. And I feel like the current leaders of the community are lacking, and in my personal opinion, they're frail. Right? They can't offer, good content to their clans.
So I think an important thing for allowing more people, especially people who have no idea what a clan is being a bit more patient, because I've been in a few clans just to see what it's like for other groups in the community, and sometimes they are not very patient if people aren't that familiar with certain things, or they're like not really picking up on the whole like role play or what raids are. They'll usually be like, oh, you don't know what you're doing, so we're not going to recruit you or anything like that. And it does happen from time to time. And I think if the community is more willing to be like more casual to like newcomers, like kind of easing them into it, I think that would be a good way to like increase the members' numbers, and also an emphasis on fun. I think if clans were more focused on having like fun type of modes, like more game nights, more friendly internal events, just to meet new people, I really think that could help the community as a whole grow.
That is going to be a hard one to answer. And the reason I say this is because so many times when you ask the question, hey, would you like to join my clan? Clans have a bad name and bad reputation to them due to the toxicity of the community. So many people are afraid to join a clan because they hear about the doxing, the hacking, the harassment, the trolling. There's just so much that they hear about, so they're scared of that. I don't blame them. But what they need to know is that there are a lot of clans out there that don't do that kind of thing, don't tolerate it. There's great people still out there. It's hard to find, but it is definitely worth it once you do find it.
I think one of the major downsides of the clan community is that a lot of people focus on its toxicity, which is definitely a thing, and it's not. Every game and genre has groups of people that are just toxic and not healthy for its community. For us to be better and for us to grow as a community, we need to be more accepting to the people who want to join our community as brand new clan leaders or brand new members who have never been in a clan community before. So we just need to be more open to welcoming new ideas and especially new members and players into our community, because the more people we have in this community, the healthier it gets, which leads to just an overall better community aspect.
For the community to bring more people into it, there's a lot of things in the community that I think we need to change, like socially agreeing and accepting that toxicity should be flushed out and really not a thing, especially in like the higher echelon of the clan community. And I mean, I'll reflect back on what everyone considers the golden age of the community, which was like 2010 to 2012, a little bit into 13, where you had all these iconic classic Halo clans like the United Nations, United Union Federation, V100, Metal Uprising Clan, DoD, etc. That kind of like set the path for, I would say, the modern military clan community. You know, like customs and courtesies and things back then were more along the line of like good sportsmanship, um, not being afraid to contribute to clan activity because they're afraid they're going to lose or anything like that. It was, in a sense, almost like a big gentleman's game of like war when it came to like clan conflicts and things like that. Um, but internally for clans, what they need to do to attract more people into the clan community is have a well-balanced and diverse environment that is comfortable and good for a large variety of different kind of players to play in. So I mean, like, I couldn't tell you how many times I've tried to recruit someone for the UNMCF, and I've been like, hey, have you ever been in a Halo clan before? And they say, oh, yes, I have, but it wasn't really good, and they're hesitant to even get back into Halo clans or join Halo clans solely off the fact that a clan that they had joined in the past was led so terribly or wrong that it completely tainted the entire like reputation of the Halo clan community in that individual's mind.
In my honest opinion, I think the Halo community needs a lot of help with their attitude. It's very hard to attract people to the Halo clan community when some of the more prevalent members of that community are at their core, and this is such a buzzword, but toxic. You have a lot of the mainstays in the community, like these major clans, that their identity is you have like the kind of frat boy clans, and then you have like the edgelord kind of clans. You don't really have a lot of those like welcoming kind of groups, at least not anymore. Back when I first really got into the community, 8 or so years ago, you had those smaller groups that were way more interested in like introducing you to the community. You met with other clans and were more active, and there wasn't this sense of hostility between people. And I think the first thing that needs to change is that innate hostility.
So, okay, I have quite a few throughout my years of being in there. I would say one of the biggest issues can be when you're doing external events, and sometimes people tend to get rather heated, and there'll be a lot of unnecessary exchanges, so people will just trash talk each other. They'll break a lot of rules that were agreed on. A lot of petty things that will spout out, or most basic will be toxicity. Sometimes it could also be like drama, like that has nothing to do with the members, but the members get dragged into it because if the leader's having a drama crisis, then the whole membership goes down because people are like, well, where's the leader? So I think drama, toxicity, and an overemphasis on who wins is probably one of like the biggest issues that I have with the community right now.
The Halo clan community can have some people who go as far as actually breaking real walls in order to try to take the people they don't like out of the equation. If you are seen as a threat in their eyes, then they are going to target you. And I remember back, I'll say in 2015, I had a Facebook group that was hijacked by Exodus and a group called Plague back then, and some other clans, and they made it their mission to do whatever they could to take us out. But joke's on them because we're still around.
bad things about the Halo Clan community, I can say right off the rip, is toxicity and this egotistic mindset that some clan leaders have and or clan members, to where they have this attitude that is just an absolute repellent to wanting to be in a Halo clan. Not that the entire community is like that, but I would say the majority of the community is the opposite of that. I would say the few apples that spoil a bunch are just examples of what clans shouldn't be. And as long as those exist, clans and clan leaders that want to do things the right way can reflect off of that negativity and enhance how many better clans that there are out there. So I feel like as long as clans stay away from all those negative things, the reputation for the community would be enhanced, and more people would want to join clans and be a part of cohesive teams, be in an environment surrounded by dedicated individuals.
Bad things about being in a Halo clan. There is a good amount. I'd say the most prominent one are political extremists and toxicity. I'd say are the two most prominent issues with being in a clan. You find individuals that let their IRL politics kind of affect their in-game politics quite a bit, and they tend to forget that it's a video game. And the toxicity. A lot of clans allow very toxic environments, and if you get into the wrong clan, it's no fun.
One that I've struggled with the most is joining a clan and having one or two people that you get along with and just not melding or hating your time with like the other 90%. There are there's very few clans where you can 100% meld with every member of the clan. Most of the time, you'll find one or two people here that you can't stand, but you can kind of let that go. Another bad thing about the clan community is sometimes, depending on the structure of a clan, you'll have people with a higher authority that tend to have just the worst kind of power fantasies. You don't have the most stable connections with those people. They're very hostile one day or friendly the next, or they're just very self-absorbed, and that can really dampen someone's experience with the community.
A lot of people tend to focus on the highly negative parts of the clan community, and sure, there is a bunch of them, but Halo clans and the Halo clan community, this isn't the only place in the gaming world where these bad things happen. Every single game, every single clan community that's outside of Halo has these bad apples that really taint its community. And it's important that us as a greater community identify these bad apples and push them away from them being any types of relevant in our community.
The stress. There's always a demanding factor of becoming better. There's always a demanding factor of, being able to organize your time wisely, being able to figure out what needs to come first before you move forward with certain things. So that's pretty much what I would say, mainly with the stress. It will just be that will be one of the issues when it comes to Halo clans, but also it is what you make it.
It's definitely made it more of a responsibility, I guess. My members, I wouldn't say it really affected my gaming life. It affected my personal life. My members will come to me with any kind of issues that they have, emotional or financial, or need advice, whatever have you. My members now come to me. So the gaming world now kind of bleeds into the real life world because I'm their leader and they know that they can come to me with anything.
It dwindles your own progression. It's like, nah, but it does, put a kickback towards your own progression in a way with being, in Halo period, trying to get better and stuff like that, because you start to mainly focus on your members, really. You want the best for your members, so you make sacrifices of your own time to make sure that they're doing the best they can, or they have the utmost resources to be able to use to get them to where they need to be.
So being a clan leader has affected my gaming experience pretty positively. I always have people to play with. I am always meeting new people. I sustain friendships and acquaintances, I would say, significantly longer than the average person.
I'd say it's kind of limited, the amount of like times I can, just chill or play other games that I enjoy. Because whenever you're in charge of a group, you have to make sure that your members, they're trained, they're doing events. We're doing events, so the clans like to keep on doing events with us. So it is a little bit like you're kind of sacrificing a little bit of your free time to kind of do what you want to do, but replace it for what you want to do for your group and for your members and for other clans that you have in mind. But I think if you really like care about clan stuff and you like want to just like contribute into the community, I think it's worth it.
I'd probably say it was a positive overall. I've met some of my longest lasting friends on Xbox through the clan community. I've had lots of ups and downs. I've met people in the clan community that, I would say were some of my best friends. I had some people that I was casual friends with that would pass away, and it would really, that sucked, that hurt. You grieve, but that connection is kind of irreplaceable. You meet these people that you build lasting bonds with. So years down the line, you may not talk to them for a while, and then like you'll reconnect over a Halo match or something, and it's like that spark never left. And it's been one of the defining traits of my time on Halo in general.
So I would say in that question, seeing members so excited and so hyped to, see a brand new map or go, get into a conflict or support allies, or genuinely hear members just so thankful to see the thing you've built up because it helps them process through their high school life, or maybe they're having a bad time at their home and they're using the clan as, an escape. And being able to be part of that build process to build in a community of members is really what's been really touching for me. I can't tell you how many times I've had members just be so thankful of SOR and the people we have here and how we run it because it's helped them so much. Just get through things that are tough for them, and at the end of the day, video games in general is an escape from everything. It's something we all go to enjoy on our time off, and some of us use it as a coping mechanism, and a lot of people in the clan community really use it as a coping mechanism. So to be able to be a part of that healing process and be able to provide a safe space for members who sometimes don't get that safe space at home is the most touching part for me as a clan leader and as a member of SOR.
It's kind of all I've ever known when it comes to gaming. I play mostly 1 to 3 different games at a time, and 90% of the time I'm playing Halo. So when it's something you've done for so long, it doesn't really affect me any other way with it being all I've really known with it. Now, what I can guess what it has affected is probably my experience with playing with other games, because I've devoted so much time to the clan itself instead of focusing on having fun on other games.